Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. Today is Friday, March the 4th, 2011. This is time for another market review. Check this out. Okay, let's go around the globe and look at all the different indexes out there, starting off with the Australia ASX, ticker symbols AORD. And you know that last week we told you wanted to remain in cash on equities. You didn't want to be long stocks as the market is stopped us out a couple weeks ago. Back here we got stopped out, and she's just bouncing around. She's still respecting the uptrend line, this line right here, but we don't have another entry signal. We need a bullish engulfing to tell us to go long. Without that, we will not touch it. So right now, I would just be in cash watching this. She's not real strong on the bull side right now. All right, looking here at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, same story as other indexes that we've been watching for the equities. You want to remain in cash right now. You do not have a buy signal here, and you would have been stopped out last week before last. So what we're doing right now is just watching, and you see right here you got a little uh, tighter trading range than previous week, but it's just been up and down, not really going anywhere. The trend line is right here. You need to see a bullish engulfing in order to get back in. Without that, we're just going to be watching it. First commodity to look at this particular week will be gold. We've done very well, not on this particular chart. We told you back when this one turned around that you could, from back here, be a buyer of gold using the ETF GLD. If you've done that, you can keep advancing your stop to the low of every candlestick for each week, and right now you'd be right there, okay? It should be noted that in equities, everything is showing the same thing, either on the sell side or in cash. There are no buy signals in equities, but there are buy signals in commodities, and they're much stronger right now, so be watching those. All right, quick look here at the Hang Seng Index. Last week we told you this guy could be bouncing around here sideways, and we reminded you that you still had this major support line right here, which it was respecting, and we got to bounce back to the upside like we expected, but you'll notice it didn't engulf it, didn't make a bullish engulfing. Had it created a bullish engulfing, we would have said buy, but it didn't do that, so it's still actually trending lower. Note the high point here, lower here, lower here, lower here. All right, she's still trending down right there. Keep an eye on it, but still on the sell side or cash. The India Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, just stopped out our most recent short. Had a nice one here, another one entered here, and we just got stopped out of that one. So it's in cash again. This is not a bullish engulfing, therefore nothing to do here but watch it for the moment. The London Financial Times Index. This may be the index you want to be watching. Definitely watching Europe over there. See what's going on. This is the trend line we've been bouncing off of. All right. You see how we bounced off it back here, here, here. Note the long wicks protruding from the bottom of the candlesticks. Here, here. This time we basically closed at it. All right. Not a strong bounce off of this. We're showing a lot more weakness at this point than we were back here, here, or here. So the main moral of the story is if this trend line breaks down, you definitely do not want to be anywhere near it. The last signal we have here is a sell. It will remain that way until the trend shifts or we get another buy signal. Right now, it's just a sell, and I would not be long this in any way, shape, or form. You should be advancing your stop that was here to here, okay? The NASDAQ here in the US, we have been stopped out back here, broke the uptrend line, bounced around a little bit here and here, but not really done anything. The main thing that's bothering me with this particular chart at the moment is just the weakness that we're seeing here. If you look at the past 2 weeks of candlesticks, you can see that it's just a hanging man and another one right there. We're not doing anything. We're flat here with a lot of volatility and up and down, so keep an eye on it. But you don't want to be long here. Watch it next week. You could easily gap down and then rally all week long and give a bullish engulfing signal there. Or you could gap up and then end up selling off at the end of the week and form a bearish engulfing, which would be a sell signal like you had back here. So keep an eye on it, see what happens. But for now, just be in cash. Oil is the loved commodity of the day. Right now, you can see we have a very strong bullish uptrend here, another older one back here, and we're actually advancing, increasing momentum and getting away from this trend line here. You could actually draw another one out like this or something. See the more momentum is building into this thing. But you also got another buy signal this week over next, or I'm sorry, previous that's showing you a bullish engulfing. You'd be a buyer right there at the close with a stop right there. Let me clear up that chart a little bit. For those of you who have been long oil for a while with us, if you were back here, and you had your buy signal there. You had another one here. You should be advancing your stop to the low of each candlestick. As she continues to move higher, you continue to advance that stop, okay? Russell 2000 small cap index here in the U.S. Same old story as the NASDAQ. You've got these hammer formation here, hammer formation here. Not actually doing anything, but a lot of momentum to the downside and bounces back up, but no upside momentum here. You have a gap up here that can fill. Keep an eye on it next week, but remember, this is not a buy signal on this chart, nor is it a sell signal. Having said that, looking at the Dow Jones, the S&P, the NASDAQ, many of the different particular averages you'd be looking at for equities, you're going to see this, all right? All these technical analysts will tell you whenever the RSI, especially on a 1-year weekly chart, gets above the 70 line like that, it's extremely overbought. You start looking for retracement, a pullback. The only reason why people all over the map aren't screaming about this and jumping on the short side is because everybody's afraid of the governments out there manipulating the market. Everybody's dumping that QE2 kind of thing going on in the market, and that's driving up prices. So that's why they're hesitant to just say short or sell or whatever. They're going to be fearful of the Fed, and that's understandable, but at the same time, you've got to trust your chart, and right now it's not telling you to be a buyer. It could still advance the upside, it could still move to the downside, but right here you don't have a buy signal or a sell signal, so I wouldn't call it in any direction. Quick look here at the S&P 500 large cap index. We were stopped out right back here a couple weeks ago, and she sold off, hit this uptrend line right here, and bounced off of it. The following week, sold off again, touched it again, bounced back up. We're not doing anything. We're just moving sideways right here. A little bit of a wedge going on right here. We might break to the upside, might break to the downside. But in any event, this is telling you you should be in cash. Your long position was back here. You followed it up with your trailing stop. You got stopped out right there. You're doing nothing until it signals to you which way to go, whether long or short. And right now, if I had to pick a side, I'd prefer it to be on the short side because of the extremely overbought condition of the RSI. Even we've pulled it back a little bit, but I don't really like to jump on a long signal when we're already overextended like that. It's kind of dangerous. So in any event, whatever you're doing, keep in mind all these different signals you have going on out there, and let the market tell you what it's going to do. Don't anticipate it. All right, oil is not the only buy signal we have out there. There's also silver. Silver's looking very strong. Nice move this week, bullishly engulfing the previous candlestick. That's a buy signal. Stop would be this candlestick bottom right there, one step below that. So you'd be a buyer there with a stop here. Very nice tight stop at the previous resistance line right there. Is basically what you're seeing. Okay. All right, TSX, Canada's markets, still being lifted by the commodities, but it's not a buy signal here. Even though we are still in an uptrend, we don't have a nice entry opportunity, a strong signal like bullish engulfing like here. And without that, I'm not going to touch it. Okay. Okay, for those of you who are unaware, there's a video on our homepage, the free website at perfectstockalert.com right there. You can check that video out. It shows you the different trading method that we're using here and why it works and how it works. Okay, check that out. Also, for those of you who follow us on our portfolio, I took 2 new positions late this week, so check those out as well. Okay. It should also be noted that those market charts I go over every weekend, they are right here on the website. You can click on that, and they're updated every single day. You can check them out. Okay. Have a quick look at our disclaimer, read it and weep. God bless, take care, enjoy your weekend, and be safe.